Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I just wanted to play. I have a bunch of rice paper and I thought it would just be kind of fun to do some Shibori style staining of these papers. Dyeing of these papers. The Shibori is a dyeing technique, usually with fabric, where you fold and bind the fabric in a certain way as to create patterns. So that's what I'm going to do with the paper. I just thought it'd be fun to play around. I think this is yellow ochre. Looks really yellow when it's dry. But I thought I would give the rice paper a little bit of base color for this one, and I wet it so that the color would soak in easier. And so after I cleaned up a little bit, now I'm going to fold this up so that we can get some patterns. And this is still pretty juicy. You can see the paint coming out. I just keep wiping it away. And you'll see in the end, once I fold it, I kind of squeeze all the excess water out. Trying to get that folded so I don't have a wrinkle. There we go. And this one I am just doing rectangles, because this is my first attempt. And I cut 2 pieces of chipboard, well, it's the back of a watercolor pad. Just the board that's on the back. See all that come out? Anyway, so I cut these down so it would fit on there, and then I'm just going to use binder clips to hold it. They're kind of tight. I mean, not perfectly tight, but they're kind of tight. And then I'm going to use acrylic ink, and this one is in a blue color. I don't even remember what color. I just thought it was pretty. And I'm just running a little bit along the edges. I think this one, I didn't put enough of the blue color, or I squeezed out too much of the moisture. I'm not sure which. It made good grid lines, but just on the outer, you'll see. Because I let it dry for a while. It's not completely dry. I did end up putting some deli paper because I was afraid they were going to stick. It got some good pattern. It didn't make it all the way to the inner folds. It was just kind of fun to play with and see what I would get. So there's that one, and then I'll show them when they're dry too. So I did a couple where I folded and dyed without showing you that process. This one I folded in a triangle, still using that same piece of chipboard. Eventually it falls apart on me. I set those out of the way. Okay, we're going to unfold this one. I like this one. I pre-wet it, but I did not color it, so it's just got white. And if you collage it, it'll be a little transparent. But I put a lot more color, and it's the same color blue as I did on the other one. But I really like this one. I like the triangle pattern. And again, I'll show them all to you once they're dry too, so you can see. And here's another one. I did this one with black India ink. And I don't think I colored it. Yeah, it's just white, I think. It has sort of an orange tinge to it, and I can't remember. I don't think I added color to it, though. I think after doing the yellow one, I decided I liked the white. And again, this one is in the diamond pattern. It's not the same as like dyeing fabric, because like when you dye fabric, then you go rinse out the dye. This one, it's acrylic. You gotta let it dry. But I wanted to pull it apart before it was completely dry. So this time, I'm going to do one, I believe this one I'm doing rectangular, and I decided to try it with dry rice paper instead of pre-wetting the rice paper to see what would happen. And I am trying to fold it so that all of the edges are on the outside as opposed to having somewhere they're totally on the inside. So the lengthwise was accordion fold. I don't know if you could tell that. And this one I am also going to do an accordion fold. Except for now I have to fold it back on itself. We can do this. I haven't decided if it's easier dry or wet to fold. And doing it that way, the color I put on the outside will have the best chances of getting to all the folds. So I've got that. Now we're going to squish it between these two. Yeah, they've not had a chance to dry. They're pretty soaked. And it'd be best to use wood or something that's not going to dissolve on you. They're not, the chipboard isn't that stiff anymore. It's really rather wobbly. And again, I'm just going around with India ink. And shift the clip so I can get the other ends. This was fun, a little messy, but it was still fun. Have to make sure I get the lid on that ink because I have spilt that in the past. I do this art in my bedroom, and I'm sure the under the table has got a little bit of black stains because I spilled a whole bottle of black acrylic ink once. So here's what it did with the dry. So it doesn't bleed as much, a lot more defined grid, which this would be fun for collage, you know. That's probably where these things will end up. So I think I do just one more. I think it's just one more. This isn't a very long video, just playing around, having a little fun. Something I didn't have to think too hard about, just exploring. It's my favorite part of art, is to explore. It's harder to do the accordion fold on the wet, when it's wet. So the lengthwise portion did not get accordion folded, but this section will. Squishing out a little bit of the excess moisture. already smeared black on it for my dirty fingers. Alright, so on this one, I think this is the one. I decided to do blue on one corner, and I put a lot, like dribble and let it go, like all over. You can see it just runs all the way through. And then on the other corners, I'm going to do the black. I was trying to remember which corner it was I did because I let it go all over. It was kind of messy. Yeah. Can hardly tell. And I just lightly do it with the black. Okay, maybe a little more than lightly. There we go. That's it on this one. And it gets a lot of color. It does end up with a lot of color. And yeah, it was a very messy process. I let that sit for a while. And that's already coming apart. Those little pieces might end up in some mixed media piece at some point. I saved them. They're interesting looking. Okay, and so here's this one. Do you like the two colors? That was kind of fun. I love the blue. I think that's why I did so many with the blue. What do you think of that one? It's got a few fingerprints. Alright, here they are, all dry. That one was the yellow one. Then the blue triangle. And the black triangle. I hope you liked this. If you did, let me know. Either leave me a comment or a thumbs up. Share it. Do all the things. There's the one that was not pre-wet. You can tell the difference. And if you like this content and you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching. Have an awesome day.